My name is Kim. My husband and I, Justin, we are from New Jersey. We are high school sweethearts who we started our careers here in Harford County in Bel Air, and then we built our first home in Havre de Grace, which is about 10 minutes from here. And we had our daughter Nora when we were both 28 years old. And when I was 6 months pregnant, we found out Nora was going to have Down syndrome. And we were very shocked because we never knew anyone with Down syndrome. And my background as an occupational therapist, I thought I would work with people with disabilities, but I never thought I'd be a mother of someone with a disability. But it is the greatest thing that ever happened to our family, and I'm very grateful we have Nora. When we received Nora's diagnosis at 6 months, they asked us if we wanted to continue with our pregnancy or have an abortion, or if we wanted to give Nora up for adoption. And that was when we realized that as parents of someone with a disability, we're going to have to advocate for her for the rest of her life, because she deserves a mom and dad just like anybody else. And we thought, this is shocking. It wasn't the easiest thing, but what we did know is we chose to be parents, and this was the beginning of parenthood. It was hard already, and with Isaac it's hard, and it's not just disability, it's parenthood altogether. We're trying our best to just guide these babies into being kind people. That's it. And with Nora, everything was predetermined for her, and that was hard when we got the news. And they were like, well, she's not going to be able to do this, she's not going to be able to do that, and she's going to have a hard time with this, and she may go to the hospital for that, and she may struggle with these activities. And it was like, you haven't even met her yet, so let's give her a chance. So that was hard. That was hard, but she's here, and she's not even who I expected her to be. And I think that's what we need to just, I don't know, give every child a chance to be who they want to be. I feel like she's taken us through the scenic route of life. I understand the saying, I wouldn't change my child for the world, but I would change the world for my child. I finally get that. I feel like Nora was born into a world that isn't, right now, isn't made for her to be fully included. And I want to change that through Isaac's aNORAble home. We are here in Havre de Grace at Isaac's aNORAble home. We have Isaac's aNORAble home because we had our son Isaac, who is 5, who does not have a disability. We were 30, and we created this art gallery and Airbnb dedicated to our children and the disability community, in order to advocate for the community and celebrate siblings of disabled people, individuals. The art here, all of the artwork is created by artists with disabilities, and the house has a lot of symbolism celebrating people with and without disabilities, and just the unique qualities we all share that make everyone special. And we hope that travelers can come here, see the artwork, and kind of leave with a better understanding of life with disability through the unique art that is here. We chose art because we feel like everyone can participate in art. Everyone has a right to participate in art, and it's very therapeutic. It was Nora who taught us how to love unconditionally, and Isaac taught us that everybody, disability or not, they're going through something, and we should extend grace to everyone. And that's why we don't just celebrate disability here, we like to celebrate everybody here. So we found Isaac's aNORAble home. It did not look like this. It was a white home. It just needed some love, and we made it blue and yellow. Those are the colors of Down syndrome, and we put a lot of love into this house, and we made it what it is because of the artists who donated their work, and because of the advocates who put their portraits up, and because of the words of wisdom that mothers and fathers and siblings have shared with us that they want us to share with other people. So this was a team effort of an entire community that wants people to know we're here and we just want to be included and treated with respect and dignity. We were welcomed by Harford Grace in a way I didn't expect, because my daughter wasn't welcomed into the world the way I would have wanted her to be. And then Harford Grace welcomed this home, and neighbors came and asked what we were doing, and local business owners came and wanted to hear about us and shared what we were doing with their friends. And that was I think that was our favorite part, people in the area asking, how can we help spread the message? If we have someone in town, we'll send them your way to stay so we can contribute. There's a lot of favorites. The art events we have with the artists, that's amazing. Just sitting there and watching people paint and just be comfortable being themselves and being celebrated for who they are, because they want to contribute in their way to what we're doing. So they're doing that through their artwork, and they know they're doing that through their artwork, and they do it with pride and excitement and joy. And I guess I'm seeing the disability community and the non-disability community come together, and I think that's my favorite part, because that's why we did this. So it's happening. I'm so happy it is. I never thought we'd have to parent our children for a time when we're not here, and we are doing that through this home, because Isaac will one day be Nora's caregiver, and we're hoping that through Isaac's aNORAble home, she will have meaningful work as a host here. She can advocate through her art, and Isaac can guide her if that's what they both choose. They have a plan, something set up for them. And seeing them here, seeing them run around and seeing things come into place for them, that definitely puts a smile on my face, because we haven't even been here for a year, and we can already see that I think our kids are gonna be okay, along with other people that we didn't know we were going to help, and we see that. And I mean, they're helping us. We've learned so much. We've had families reach out to us and say that they're happy we're not just focusing on one disability, and we're celebrating all disabilities. And I think that's what it needs to be. I mean, we're learning about different disabilities through this, and I want to be more aware, and I know I still have a lot to learn, because Nora's only 7, and she's taught us so much, and I've gone through different stages of learning where I look back and I was like, oh, you had no idea. But it's part of it, and it's all good. So the goal with the artwork is to have the house one day covered in it from top to bottom. It is our conversation piece. I would love to show the art, like have events where we show and celebrate the artists who have created these pieces. And maybe one day have a fundraiser where we do create art specifically for that. It is hard to let go of these pieces, because I see them in their work, and I love them. Justin and we started this with our own funds, with our own bare hands. So any amount of help, whether it be physical, whether it be funds, whether it be a talent, a skill, we are open to any kind of help. We appreciate it so much, because just anyone offering their help in any way, it means that our mission has touched one person. So with their help, we can maybe change the perspective of 3 people they know, and 3 people they know. And sometimes it's not a lot of times it's not someone being negative or rude. It's just like Justin and I, we didn't know someone with a disability until Nora. And I think people getting involved in Isaac's aNORAble home can teach them how to have relationships and go to school or go to work, and or I think the biggest thing is just how to interact with someone with a disability, because I didn't know truly how to, and that might sound funny because you would think, well, you just treat them like everyone else. But not everybody has the ability to express their feelings in words the same way as you and I. And Nora taught me that, like, communication is not just verbal. And if you want to have a friendship with somebody, does that mean you have to have that verbal connection with them? No, you can still have a connection with them, communicating differently. I would love Isaac's aNORAble home to be something regular in the area for other people and other families. I would love hosts who have disabilities to welcome tourists and in another location, and to provide meaningful work to them. Because there's a crisis when it comes to meaningful employment for people with disabilities. And this can be a way for them to live in a safe place, advocate, and have a meaningful income. So I would love there to be another home. Our OBGYN is right around the corner, and when I think about that time, I would have loved to walk around the corner and see a house that celebrated my baby. And we're hoping we can do that for another parent who just got a diagnosis. Like, we would love to do that. We just need a world that is accessible for all of our differences. That's it. But we'll get there. I think and I've learned with Nora is I don't want anyone to fix her. I just want people to meet her where she is. I don't want someone to change or take away her having Down syndrome, because there's nothing wrong with her having Down syndrome. She learns differently. She walks differently. Everything she does is different, but it's not wrong, and it's okay. And people shouldn't try to change who she is. Down syndrome is a part of who she is, and she wouldn't be Nora without that part of her. And I love who she is, and I love the impact she has on everybody, because we all need to slow down for everyone. Because not everyone learns the same, not everyone talks the same, not everyone takes in the world the same, whether that be like relationships or an environment. And if we just meet other people where they are versus making them feel like they're wrong for struggling with something or doing something different, I think everyone would get along so much better. But I think that would be my message to people, is just let people be who they purely are and love them as they are.